Today is a very exciting day. I've been waiting about a week to review whatever is in that box, and when you find out what's in that box, you're gonna understand why it's so difficult for me to wait and test these out. Because what is in this box, I love these things. Like, these are my passion. Music is my passion, but this is my favorite part of music. And it's nothing expensive in here, actually. That's the whole thing. But they're quality, and I'm going to be testing them out and try and get them out there, because if you're just starting out, you need these. You do, because they're cheap and they're good quality. So let's get to opening this up, and I've got a lot to do with them. I'm going to be testing them out. I'm going to be showing you how they work and just going over them. So let's go. All right. We are in the magical chair of sound. I don't know what I'm saying. Let's open up this box. You and I have been waiting long enough, even though I already know what's in here. Never cut towards yourself, kids. Even though I'm demonstrating it right now. So, the Behringer C2 microphones. Quick shout out to Sweetwater.com. This is where I get all of my gear. They have literally any piece of music gear you can think of. So if you need music gear and you need it quick, and most likely free shipping if it's over like $50, Sweetwater. Not sponsored, because no one sponsored me. Behringer make very low price products, and people think because of this they're low quality. That is simply not true. Just because these are low price does not mean these are low quality. These are our two matched pair condenser microphones, so they require 48 volts phantom power to run. I picked these up for $50. Both of them $50. And these are going to go on my rack toms on my drums. These $50. And you may be saying, wow, $50 for two microphones, they must be really crappy, 'cause $25 each. Like, wow, how low ball could you get? No, these are actually some of the best cheap microphones you can get your hands on. People like to use them for overheads, but I'm going to be using them on my toms because they have a special, well, you'll see it. Comes with a case. I mean, like, they really throw everything at you. You got a manual if you don't know how to use condenser mics for some reason. Let's open up this case, and you will see that you have the two microphones. These are very small diaphragm microphones, so they are very portable, and if you need some mics that you know are going to break, you're taking them on live performance. I honestly wouldn't use these for live performance, though. These are for more recording. Some that you're going out of town with to go record, and you know they may be broken, and you don't want to completely cry on the way back home, then pick some of these up. And if you need some microphones to start out with, if you're trying to record drums or acoustic guitar comes out beautifully on these microphones, then pick up a pair of these. These are some really nice mics for $50. Yes, you could get better microphones, but not for $50. These are the best, like, for $50. I doubt it will focus, because this is a really horrible camera. But basically, you have you have a high pass filter, which cuts out all the lows, or as many as it can. If you're trying to pick this up on a snare drum, it won't pick up the bass drum below it. And you have a minus 10 dB pad, which means it'll take away 10 decibels of your noise. So if you're putting it on a loud sound source like I am, you're going to want to switch the minus 10 dB on, because it will start to flare and pop if you put it right next to a drum and record. And of course, comes with two, and I will be testing these microphones out. They do come with pop filters if you're trying to speak into these microphones, which I mean, they're good for speaking into, but if you're going to be doing a podcast or something, I would get a large diaphragm microphone like the one that I'm speaking into right now. They also come with two stand mounts, which I'll be using. on my drums. I will be doing individual recordings, so I won't be using both of them at the same time, so you can just get a good idea of what they sound like. I will also be doing the individual recording on each individual drum, so you can see which will be best fit for what you're going to be using them for. I already know what I'm going to be using them for, but if you want to watch this video and say, hey, I want to pick one of these up for a snare mic and then use the other one on an overhead for behind me, or a room mic, I will be showing you what they all sound like. So, yeah. So that is what comes with it. You need your own cables, you need your own interface, because that's just with every condenser microphone. It needs a separate power source. It's a cardioid polar pattern. Unlike a normal microphone, this front face would not be, like for this microphone, the cardioid polar pattern is, it picks up anything in front and it won't pick up anything in the back. It'll pick up anything above this face and it will not pick up anything in the back, obviously. Let's plug one of these in, put it on the drums, and see what it sounds like. I'm really excited. So the first system I'm going to be testing this on, you could say, it's going to go from tom, tom, snare, floor tom, ride, hi-hat, kick drum, and then overheads. So without further ado, let's get to it. So, those are the Behringer C2s. $25 each. They sound honestly like they should be selling them for like SM57 prices, like $100 for both of them, not each, for both of them. Honestly, the kick did better than I thought it would. I think the two that are best for these microphones are the toms and the hat. I didn't want to do the crash because I was going to do the overhead, and that really came out nicely because if you're using both of them at the same time, you can do stereo. So they work amazing as overheads. That's what everyone, the overheads is what everyone really uses these for. But I'm going to be using them for my toms because I already have two large diaphragm overheads and a kick drum. And I'm going to use an SM57 on my snare. The cymbals will be picked up by the overheads. If I really want to later in the future, I'll pick up a nice hi-hat microphone. But for now, I'm going to use these. I just need an interface to start recording these all at once, which I'll be getting very soon. I hope you all enjoyed this review. I absolutely love reviewing gear. And please go purchase these. Like, if you are starting out to record even guitar, put this up to your amp. Acoustic guitar, drums, vocals, even if you can't afford a large diaphragm. I wouldn't recommend these for vocals because they're so sensitive, but if you need to, do whatever you can. Don't limit yourself. So if you've got $50 and you want to start recording your instruments, buy these mics, and if you have an interface, but a Scarlett 2i2 is like $150 used. So you can get that. But these are amazing microphones, and if you need any gear, go to Sweetwater. Guitar Center is not where it's at. Sweetwater, they're in Indiana, but they can get your gear to you in 3 days, 2 days even. These got here in 3 days, and I did the free shipping. So they're a really great company. They're not sponsoring me, neither is Behringer, but these are amazing microphones, and I really enjoyed testing them today, and I'm going to be using them in my set. So I hope you all enjoyed the video. Another video will be out Friday, and yeah, I'll see y'all next time.